Pranam everyone, and welcome to the first day of Shakti Sadhana. Today we will be bowing down and immersing ourselves completely in the sadhana of the first Shakti, the first Navadurga, Shailputri. Shail means mountain, Putri means daughter. She is literally the daughter of mountains, the daughter of Himalaya. Her Shakti is reflected to us and in our life through the astrological planet of Mercury. So we shall also be harmonizing the Shakti of the planet Mercury by doing sadhana to Shailputri. Sati was the first manifestation of Adi Shakti, and she self-immolated herself on the pyre. She was unable to bear the humiliation of her husband Shiva by her father Daksha. And then she took rebirth as Shailputri or Parvati. Shailputri was extremely intelligent, very curious. She was always eager to know why she was born. She had a great memory. She remembered that she had come here for a very specific purpose. And there is a story of Mercury also, the planet Mercury also, which shows the story of his beginning. And I'll talk about it in a little while. Now, Shailputri's energy is the energy of the Mooldhara. Actually, as we said, the Shail is the mountain. It is the rock. It is the rock on which we build everything. So, because this is our first day of sadhana, we're going to first build our base. We're going to first build a very strong foundation. And so, we first begin with worshipping Shailputri. Now, Shailaputri's birth just set the whole Deva world into a state of real joy and celebration. They were in such joy that now that Shakti had reincarnated, Shiv and Shakti would be united again and they would produce a son who would kill the greatest asura of that time. So there was great joy, and when devas are in great joy, they're very appeased, boons are granted. So the Shailputri energy is associated with a lot of boons. She's known to be the granter of boons. And because Shailputri's birth meant that this journey of union of Shiva and Shakti had begun, there was a new beginning to the journey of the union of Shiva and Shakti. So this is also a very auspicious day for all new beginnings. And the other thing is that if you look at the imagery of Shakti, Sati actually goes to her father's place for the yagna on the Nandi, and then she self-immolates herself. And now that she is reincarnated as Shailputri, the very first Shakti also is depicted with a bull, with Nandi. Shailputri is sitting on Nandi, just to show that there is a continuation from that past life. Mercury or Buddha reflects the Shakti and consciousness of intellect. In fact, Buddha, is the intellect. He is the master communicator. He is the messenger. Outside, in the outside world, and also in our body. What our senses perceive, what our eyes see, our ears hear. And then they bring those signals to the brain. And then from the brain, a message is sent to various parts of the body to do action. This is again the work of Mercury. And how our brains are stimulated, how they respond, that depends a lot on Mercury. He is the communicator. He is all forms of communication, our speech, our voice, writing, emails, the phone, social media. A lot of what we communicate, Mercury plays an important role in it. He is the son of the king, who is the sun, right? The sun, the solar system sun, is the king in astrology. And Mercury is his son, the prince. He is considered fun and playful and very, very charming. He can totally win hearts with his wit. It's total masti. Now, he is considered the son of king's son, but mythologically his roots are very different. And to understand the nature of Mercury, or in fact of anything, we have to go to the very beginning, the source. Now, Tara is the wife of Brihaspati, that is Jupiter. And Jupiter is the priest or the guru of the Devas. So he has a very particular kind of personality. He is very busy with the yagnas and the scriptures. He's quite focused on what his dharma is. And in doing so, he barely pays any attention to his wife. And, in comes the moon, very charismatic, very passionate, very seductive. They say his presence is like soma, which is nectar. It intoxicates Tara. And he elopes with her. Now, Jupiter is so busy that he doesn't even notice for the longest time. And finally, when he notices, the Devas bring Tara in. The Devas won't really need Brihaspati for the yagna so that they can, maintain their position in relation to the asuras. So when Tara is brought back, it is discovered she is pregnant. And she refuses to tell whose child it is. So the Devas rule in the Lord of Devas, Indra, rules in favor of Brihaspati. And he says that, he gives this very arcane logic. And he says that, this field is owned by Brihaspati. So it doesn't matter whose seed has borne fruit. The harvest still belongs to the farmer whose field it is, and that is Brihaspati. So, Tara is asked to be continue to be the wife of Brihaspati, and the unborn child is supposed to be Brihaspati's. So when he is in the womb, this child is born with such great inquiry that he makes his presence known, not with a cry like, or a kick that a child does, but he asks the question, who is my father? And now Tara has to answer. And in case you're guessing, it is the child of the moon. But it is Jupiter, it is Brihaspati who brings him up. Brihaspati feeds all his inquiry with all the scriptures, with his own love for learning. And he hones and cultivates Mercury's curiosity. So there are many myths associated with Mercury, but this is one which will give you an understanding of who Mercury is.